So that's what I want to talk to you about now is the importance of offtakes from the private sector to actually allow for this market to grow. If we look at the impact of an investment today, so 1 ton of carbon dioxide removal purchased today in 2024 will actually enable 30 tons of carbon dioxide removal to happen in 2050. So you really are having a 30x impact with your investment today. And it truly maximizes as well the impact of your dollar spent on the climate as well, in order to support the true development and scale up, right, of the solutions that I talked to you about today. And then secondly, so I mentioned this is a very nascent industry. Carbon dioxide removal has been a well-recognized term maybe for the last 5 years. So whilst we've had solutions like, for example, reforestation, probably the most well-known solution, that has been doing this for the past millions of years, the way that this market has been structured and for all the monitoring, reportability, and verification to take place has really only been developing in the last 2 to 3 years, as I mentioned. So you see here how the demand, or rather the supply of carbon dioxide removals is increasing very slowly in the next 6 years, as opposed to where it needs to be. So the blue line is the supply, whereas the demand is actually the yellow line. And that means that by 2030, 70% of companies that will be looking to invest in carbon dioxide removal will not actually have the high quality carbon dioxide removal that they're looking for to meet their own climate targets. So a lot of companies today have 2025, 2030, 2035 operational net zero claims. So reaching zero emissions in your scope 1 and 2 emissions. And already now we're seeing that will be really difficult for most players to achieve. So that's why being an early mover today actually makes sense. Investing to help scale up this industry and also to secure and future-proof your own climate targets. And so we speak to a lot of sustainability professionals, as you can imagine, and they always ask us, okay, how can you sell this to your CFO or to your board that is actually going to approve on this investment? And that's also what I want to leave you with today, in case any of you would like to take this forward and make the case internally with any of your boards or your C-levels. So investing in carbon dioxide removal today is truly going to save costs in the future, because as we all know, when supply gets scarce in a market, prices go up, making it far more expensive. Also, being a decarbonized company makes it a far more attractive company to invest in today. This is backed by several studies. And beyond that, as all of you are here today, I'm sure you care about working for a company that takes accountability for its climate impact and actually wants to reverse the impact that they've had on the climate. So that's another benefit, right? You're actually improving the attractability of your company beyond that, driving growth and then also strengthening the brand value. Especially in the outdoor industry, we've noticed how consumers are very concerned about the climate impact that the products that they're investing into is having, right, on the planet, and how they care about buying more sustainable products that obviously are sustainable, of longevity in their usage, but are also using more sustainable materials and have a lower footprint. So all in all, this is why it makes sense to invest in carbon dioxide removal today. I'd like to encourage all of you to talk about carbon dioxide removals more in your day-to-day and the strong impact that they will have, even when the focus should very much be on reductions. This is an industry that needs to be scaled up today in order for it to be meaningful by 2050. So happy to hear all of your questions, and Charlotte and I are here to have a chat after today's talk or at a later point. Thank you so much for your time.